Most accurate forecast from the WATE 6 on your side storm team.
Temperature in Knoxville right now is at 49 degrees, but I expect those temperatures to actually climb a little bit overnight, and some could be close to 60, especially on the plateau by daybreak tomorrow. We are weather aware because we're going to see brisk winds tomorrow, some storms as well. A few could be severe, but then it's back to winter by the time we get to Friday. So in less than 24 hours, we're going from storms to snow chances across the area. As I mentioned, we're 49 now, 48 in Maryville, but 56 in Crossville, 56 Oneida, or Jamestown rather, and 57 in Oneida. And those areas will actually see temperatures climb overnight tonight into tomorrow morning as this storm system, which is producing some pretty rough weather right now into Arkansas, slides our way. So it's making pretty good movement, and that trend will continue as we go overnight into tomorrow. So let's talk about the severe potential. We're at a level 1 out of 5 risk, so not high. Again, scale there 1 to 5. Level 2, though, just to our south. I think this is a little more likely area down through Chattanooga, North Georgia, Alabama. But as that front gets closer to us, if we get a little bit more energy up in our direction, then yeah, we could see some gusty winds for sure. And maybe some of those could produce some isolated damaging wind gusts. We'll keep an eye on that. Here's what we're going to point out. Where we are now at 11 o'clock, watch these temperatures start to climb towards daybreak, mid to upper 50s, some close to 60 degrees, and those red arrows indicating winds are getting stronger. But it's a dry morning commute. This is 7 a.m. Shortly thereafter, mid-morning to mid-afternoon, that front gets a little closer to us. There's lunchtime. Storms are moving across the plateau into Kentucky, and then they push eastward before we get to mid-afternoon. This is 3 o'clock. They're moving through the Smokies. That's kind of the extent of the severe threat. Still maybe an isolated shower, especially as that cold front comes in. See the southerly winds meeting the northwesterly winds? So that's the cold front. We've got 46 in Jamestown, but still 56 in Maryville by 7 p.m. Everybody's cooling off by the time we get to this time on Thursday night, so 48 hours from now, and we're just starting to see some of that snow appear into the mountains. So for this opportunity of severe storms tomorrow, not really a big hail maker the way it looks. Even the heavy rain threat is low. Now, what I mean by that, not expecting widespread flooding. There may be an isolated 1-inch plus rainfall total, but it's not going to be persistent because it's moving so quickly. Winds are probably our biggest concern, but when these lines come through, especially this type, you could see a little spin along that line that could produce a tornado. So that's the main things we'll be watching for. Let's pick it back up with 11 o'clock. This is Thursday night. Colder air continues to come in, and with these northwest winds, this is common here in East Tennessee behind an exiting cold front because the northwest winds will favor snow for the plateau, Kentucky, and in the Smokies because the winds are rising as it meets the higher elevations of the plateau, sinking and drying out in the valley, and then rising up again into the Smokies. Another reason why I don't see a lot of snow possible here in the valley, look at temperatures during the day. We're still above freezing. This is midday, but we're still close to freezing on the plateau, and we're well below freezing higher peaks of the Smokies. And this northwest wind continues Friday afternoon at 4 through Friday night at 11, and finally starts to taper off before sunrise on Saturday. That's where the biggest snow totals will be. And they're going to be ramping up quickly from about 1 to 2 inches around the Gatlinburg area to get up to the higher peaks, over 8 inches of snow possible above 4,000 to about 6,000 feet. So places like Newfound Gap, Mount LeConte, they will see the most snow. Won't last long though. Temperatures are warming through the weekend, close to 50 degrees with sun and clouds, and we're back close to 60 by the time we get to the first part of next week.
Thank you very much.